This is Carrie Gleckner with the Meigs Independent Press, and we're here on Meigs Forward, where we focus on positive things. We've been talking with Jenkins and with Uplift Fitness. Now, tell us a little bit about your business. What exactly do you do at Uplift Fitness?
Okay, so we like to think of ourselves less as like a gym and more like a health club. So obviously we do have the facility there. We have every bit of equipment in the world you could ever need. Have 24-hour access so people can come in whenever they want. A lot of stuff, awesome stuff obviously that goes on in there. Have personal training available, but one of the things that we always focus heavily on is education. So we don't really have a dog in the race in terms of we don't sell supplements, or we don't prescribe to a certain type of diet or training or whatever. We have no bias. All we want is to give quality education to people and let them be able to make the best decision for themselves. So one of the ways we do that, on our website, upliftfitnesshigh.com, we have a lot of guides and stuff on there. So if you're interested in really basic weight training or whatever, there's weight training 101 guide on there. There's top 10 beginner mistakes that you can go through. So and those are all tiered, they have levels to them. So you go through level 1, once you're able to digest and understand that information, you go to level 2, level 3, and so on. And there's specific ones in terms of joint pain or what have you, that if you have a more specific thing you want to learn about, that's there as well. And on the other side of that, we have our UFITS program. So that's the Uplift Fitness Intelligent Training Systems. What that is basically all of your strength training or weight training. Those again are tiered. You have tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is going to tell you your fitness level. So if you're a total beginner, you're going to be on 1. If you're really, really advanced, you're going to be clear on 4. So from there, you really just, all you have to do is pick your fitness level. There's a couple of different programs at each tier, and then from there you just kind of look at which one kind of best fits your situation, and then all you have to do is click download, and it goes straight to your phone. It has how-to videos on there. If you don't know what something is, tap it, pulls it up, and we just launched those in, I believe, October, so been a little bit now, but those are awesome just to have those instantly downloadable, all the guides and stuff. That was something we worked on since January of last year, right after we got started on those. So that's a big part of just the support system that we have for people, and we're constantly coming out with new stuff like that. And the cool thing about not being corporate is we can do whatever we want. So if somebody comes and
independent,
if somebody comes and has a certain really specific need, or we find 5, 6 people asking the same questions, we can create one of those guides, or we can create a program or something tailored to them, and then and we can do those things. Whereas corporate place, I have to go run that by the board first. It's going to be a year before we can get resources in somebody's hands. But that's our big thing. We're health focused. We're not doing beach body challenges, or we don't ever post before and afters and stuff like that.
Right.
We are health focused. I mean, your physique and your physiology has something to do with that, but we don't focus on that. We focus a lot on the health, and then giving people the information to whatever they want to do, they can do it.
It's more about, and I know that you're really welcoming of beginners, people that haven't been. It's not a bodybuilder type environment.
We're very beginner focused.
But it's everybody. There's all different levels. It's interesting because sometimes you drive by at night and there's people in there working out. I've been by here at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah,
there's people working out. But if that's what time you got, that's what time you got.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a really amazing thing. And that's part of what you're not just seeking. I mean, it's a business, obviously. There are some fees involved, and you're trying to, there's also that commitment, because if you're going to put that money out, you've got a commitment to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it's within an affordable range, and there's different levels and there's different things that you can do that you offer. But the key point is you're trying to do culture change.
Oh yeah.
You're trying to impact the area with getting people to be healthier and getting people to be more productive. And anything you want to add?
No, I mean, you definitely hit the nail on the head. We're after, it's the first big step in culture change, and that's one of the things. If you sign up, that's what it says in your welcome email. Whenever you sign up, it'll explain what we talked about a couple segments ago. I went through all my research and stuff, just kind of how Uplift Fitness came about, but we also say that you don't have culture change in a community just by dropping a fitness center on Main Street. That doesn't happen. We're very intentional and focused about getting people what they need and the tools they need in their hands to be able to do that. So whether that's like our employee program or employer program, which is awesome, where we work with the employers because they're kind of, what was it, social institution. Sociology's kicking there. That's one of your major social institutions in your life. So if you look at like your church, if you go to school, and your job, those are kind of like big determinants of either your mindset, how your day looks, and if you can stick fitness and health in there and have an employer say, hey, I think you guys are worth, health is worth this X dollar amount. We're going to take that on because we're investing in it because we believe in it. That tells all the employees, hey, if my employer says it's important and they're going to shell out all this money to have this available to the whole company, obviously it must be pretty important. So just stuff like that. I mean, that makes a big difference just in people's mindset and how they think about their health.
And two, I would assume, and I'm assuming, but I would assume that if you're working out and you're doing those things, especially with the corporation doing that, you're probably going to see your health insurance become
absolutely.
A lot better, more
that's
affordable.
The kickback they get.
That's the kickback that they get. But for the individual, exercise helps with depression. It helps with a whole lot of different things. So there's so many things that it gives benefit to. But you're on, what's your address on Main Street?
We're 106 West Main Street, so we're right on front. We're third block if you're coming this way. I say shout out to Block 3.
You can't miss the orange.
No, you can't miss the orange. We're bright orange.
And it is, and you can always see the lights are on all the time. You always see the equipment in there and everything, and everybody working out. But thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of helping to try to move Meigs County forward. And again, this has been Carrie Gleckner with Chase Jenkins, and this is Meigs Forward. Come back next week and we'll have somebody else that'll be on here that is a part of moving Meigs County forward.